are with game two. It's the KV Capitals representing one of the two of the South and Restigouche North. Starting our first 4 minutes, still no score as of right now. In net for Restigouche is number 29, Owen McCormick. And for KV, it's number 1, Owen McIntyre, as it's quickly rushed in by Restigouche. Trying to move his way around the net is Parker. He gets stumped in the corner. KV now firing over the other side as they start their breakout. Right next to the time gears box on the red line. Multiple players fighting for it, including Shannon of the Vikings. Bringing it up quickly with speed. Savoie waiting, cutting around the net, still with it on his forehand. Savoie in the corner, still with it, has done about a full lap. Savoie waits at the blue line. And it looks like he may be getting called. Or the penalty against Restigouche. It's going against Brody Shannon. Well, our first man advantage of the game going in favor of KV. Brody Shannon's off 2 for a trip at 10:15 of period 1. Sent to the blue line. From Broderick, there's a shot saved by McCormick and held on. The quick shot from the blue line from Nathan Marshall. Somehow getting that through all that traffic. And McCormick and Ned able to track that the whole way. There's a sharp angle shot that comes dangerous close to going in. And it's quickly fired down the other length of the ice by Jonkis. On the boards. Lieutenant flipped that back in was Driscoll. KV went out the other way. Stepping out with it, Poitier waiting. Ends up getting shot right back out just past Longo. Defending the blue line. KV now having to regroup and reset. Moving with speed, Vieno. Still cutting in, waits, drop pass, the shot, and that one's deflected up above the net. Right behind the net, Gracewood hands it off. There's another shot from the blue line, doesn't make it all the way through. That one from number 19, Matthew Mays. Behind that backhand in front, loose at the side of the net, still behind the net now. Taking it out was Gillis. Back down low, skating in towards the net, Poirier. Unable to corral and it's shot down like this again by Driscoll. With it, against his feet was Broderick. They're trying to clear it out, and the Vikings come back the other way. Less than 30 seconds left to go on the man advantage. Davey quickly up with speed. With it there was McNeil before being poked off, and it'll be fired down by McNeil. Caps bring it back in once again. McNeil aliens towards the boards and shot down by Bernatchez. Seven minutes played so far, still a scoreless game between the Caps and the Vikings so far. Capitals rush back in. Good defense played by Legacy. There's a sharp angle shot, saved and turned away by McCormick. It's Lucas McNeil looking from a sharp angle. And was decently close to getting KV on the board. Bang. I dumped it in, cleared back out. Savoie skating back. Again, Savoie curling on the right, the shot, and a save made. And that will stop play. It's Owen McIntyre with his first real chance of the game. And coming up clutch with Savoie, have been working down with speed. AV along the wall, going to go back against the board, still kept in. Finally brought out and shot across by Arsenault. Quick spin around shot as the Caps quickly rush back. Running along right near the ringette line. Capitals get it back. Sharp angle shot again. Turned away by McCormick. There's no traffic in front. And that one going to be stopped 10 times out of 10. Shot that went through the blue line. Blew back out, and another whistle going to be offside. Right outside the blue line. KV in the neutral end. Taking Gillis, there's a soft pass. There's a shot that just misses the net wide. That shot with some power behind it. At the blue line. Moved into the Restigouche corner. Backhanded. That one hits off the skate of a defenseman and cleared back in. John Kiss around the boards. Greenup with speed. Driscoll still working his way up. Up the left side. Driscoll finally upended. Here's a drop pass. Taking away Gillis. Shoots it down. This one will just have too much. And we'll go for icing against KV. And so far this game very evenly matched. Both teams in same caliber chances. Backhanded down deeper in the KV zone. Trying to move his way to the middle of his legacy before being upended. KV back with possession, trying to move his way to the middle. McNeil found his way into the corner. Legacy now being tied up in the near corner with Broderick. Before it's shot back in, no icing. Bring it up quickly. Bernatchez behind the net. Where is it? Still with it behind the net. Dangles out one man. Looks to his blue line. Makes a perfect pass to the dam. The shot deflected out into the corner. Legacy unable to keep it in. Another regroup. Or Restigouche North. It's quickly fired all the way down the ice by Colby Thomas. And we'll go for icing to stop play. Face-off will come all the way down towards the Restigouche net. Less than 5 to go. In to this opening period. And still scoreless as we started this game. Restigouche winning the draw. Arsenault. Beat around Savoie. Picking up on the opposite wall and working down into the zone. Again, he goes along the wall. So battling up for it near the hash marks of the near boards. Restigouche victorious. Moved around Savoie. He quickly gets pinned up along against the boards as they flutter down near the corner. Thrown in front, Savoie at the intended target, and now KV goes back the other way off an intercepted pass. Behind the net, it'll go for Eli Gracewood. Stopping, trying to cut back. Right there waiting for him is Shannon. Eventually gets it along the wall. Cleared down, this one not going to go for icing. It's U18 Alcinoa across the boards. KV trying to move their way back down into the zone. Being chopped out by number 29. KV trying to get through center. Almost a too many men call. Luckily evading the puck, but it's right next to the bench. It's Longo trying to make a pass. Shot through up against the boards, cleared back in by Driscoll. KV retained possession. A pass right through center, picked off by Driscoll. Now has some time to get some speed. Driscoll in, blocked off a shin pad of a Capital, and will now be forced to be cleared back behind the net. Vienno waiting, trying to get that up towards the boards. Now back comes KV. That had been McNeil, had tried to maneuver his way through center. Driscoll once more against the boards. This one not going to hit anyone, and we go back down to the KV zone. Cleared back in off the boards. Arsenault once again. Down low, it's Isaac. Sent it across, opposite side now, or for Legacy at the blue line. Moving his way down low, has been now going behind the net. Trying to move it out to the middle is Malali, and it's cleared again by KV. They've mastered the little flip move right out in front. The shot saved by McCormick. His own player falls on top of him, and luckily nothing coming out of that for Restigouche. As what a play, Kyle Broderick intercepting a pass in to his offensive zone and managing a way to curl all the way past the defenseman and just tried to tug it through the 5-hole of McCormick. Caps again with it, breaking out of their own zone. That saucer pass blocked by a body by Baban will now go behind their own cage. Rimmed around and cleared and shot in by Thomas. This one to be covered by Owen McIntyre. And we'll go for a whistle at just over 1.5 to go. KV now potentially developing a 2-on-1. And great defense. U18 Alcinoa on a 2-on-1 that could have been developing. Goes after the man with the puck. Doesn't go after the option and strips it away from him before anything can develop. Savoie against the blue line. Passes it up for Dedam. It's being flipped high in the air. Touched up with a high stick by Babin. So the face-off will go just outside the blue line. Closest to the KV zone. We got less than, we got just over 1 minute left in our first period between KV and Restigouche North. Both playing their first game of the HNB 2025 Provincials. That puck's flipped high and hits the ceiling. And will now go down deeper into the Restigouche zone. The draw, puck flipped high in the air, almost gloved down by McGoldrick. Bring it out, Parker. Quickly dumping it, going to chase it is McKinnon. McKinnon around in the zone. Looks to have been tripped up, now rims around. Searly bringing it out. clears it in. Silas Searley chasing after it. It goes crashing it with Savoie on the end boards. Coming in to relieve the pressure is Shannon, trying to put up against the wall, cutting to the middle. And we got a penalty for body contact. And it looks like this one's gonna go against number 16, Zach Lohman. We're gonna have our first penalty call of our game. It's gonna go against KV. We'll send Restigouche to their first man advantage. Less than 20 seconds remaining on the clock. Restigouche quickly has to go. There's a rink-wide pass. That one ends up hitting the stick of Thomas. Bringing in the shot. That one's deflected up high the net. Brought back down low. And that will end our first period scoreless. Still, as we started, 0-0. And a quick couple minutes break till the second period on MSC, providing a live feed for every game for the 2025 Hockey Brunswick U18C Provincials. For period 2, 1:33 still left on the Restigouche man advantage. Swerving his way around the net is Isaac. Going up to the blue line. Isaac, there's a shot, saved. Behind the cage, up to the blue line. Vikings trying to move it down, move back up by Babin. The blue line, Legacy. Being pressured. Hands it off to Babin. Back to Legacy. Playing it with a catch before he backhands it down into the corner. Benetches waits behind the net. Banks it off the boards. Thomas at the blue line. Fires. That one's blocked. That goes right in the feet of Legacy. He tries to move it towards the net. Still poked loose. We got another penalty coming up against KV. Thomas waits. Goes down to the hash mark. Shot. Glove down by McIntyre. And now we're going to see a 5-on-3. It's going to be an interference call. So it's going to be a 37-second two-man advantage. And a key chance for Restigouche to try to get up on the scoreboard. The Loman still in the box for a trip. Here's Thomas. Legacy one-timer deflected way above the net. That one by Jackson Parker. Just tried to deflect it up a little bit and tried to maneuver it to the top shelf. And that had gone way upstairs and into the protective netting. Parker, blue line, waiting is Thomas. Tried to go down low. Up to the blue line again. Waiting. Going across. That one out of the reach of Parker. Here's Legacy. The shot blocked. Parker back to Legacy. Trying to maneuver it back down to Parker up against the wall. Getting in the way there for KV is number 19, Matthew Mays. And now just a power play as McIntyre covers up. So a minute and 17 still left on the Silas Searly interference call. This face-off taken by the Caps. Working up with speed, McNeil. McNeil in along the left, shoots off the post. It looked to be. And KV so far with the best chance. Killing this penalty. Big crash against the boards. Still in the Restigouche zone. Vikings now cleared out. Up with it, Isaac. It's getting a bit speed, trying to leave it down. That one's taken away by Mays and shot down by McNeil. Caps quickly get some changes off. Now with it his own end is John Kiss. Backhanded back down by Poitier and shot in to the netting and back into the rink. Vikings with it now with a very limited time left on the man advantage. Cleared back by Liam Poitier. Behind the net, pressuring up for KV is Broderick. Vikings chase it back down. Working into the zone, cutting to the middle, backhander through the blue paint by Babin. Penalty now expired. Babin behind the net, waiting. Fake the drop pass, still with it. Moves over in the corner, meets Broderick. He makes a nice pass up, working his way. McNeil trying to cut in past Arsenault. McNeil to his forehand, turned away, and the rebound is cleared by the Vikings defenseman. Lucas McNeil so far, plenty of chances. In come the Vikings with a shot, and goes right through the crease. A save by McIntyre, got about 90% of it, and that was enough. There's another shot that ramps over his stick. Here behind the net, Babin. Going for it was Bernatchez before falling down. Bernatchez again in the corner. Finding on his forehand, trying to cut to the middle. He was poke checked by McNeil. Now banking off the boards and outside the zone, escaping. Working his way was Longo. Trying to pass that one over to Broderick. Goes high in the air. Dropped back in by Marshall. Around the boards, it'll go by Thomas. in the Restigouche zone. And now cleared out in the center. It goes along the red line, hovers for a little bit before it's shot back in by Alpine. Again, some more puck battling up against the boards. Looks like Restigouche is victorious. Now finally exiting the zone. It's a foot race for it. And it's Parker that drops his stick. Longo trying to move it to the middle. Vikings with it behind their net. Up against the board, it's Parker. Waiting, has a bit of time, not too much, however. Vikings come back in. There's a big crash. Up in the boards, it looked like it was McCormick that just tried to lift a stick, and both players went falling. Throwing it in is Jack Steers. Time for KB to make some changes. Very slow in doing so. That gives time for the Vikings to make their way back. And we have a whistle for something. Some players are unsure exactly what the whistle had gone for. Face-off will be in the KV zone. This one going to the right of McIntyre. Won by the Capitals. Going around his netting, clearing it is Gracewood. Makes a nice outlet pass. Pass to the middle. Moving up is Mays. Mays trying to go back door, and the chance. And someone goes flying over goaltender McKinnon. And another chance out in front. There's a cross check stick, goes flying high in the air. And still pushing and shoving after the whistle. Lohman in there surveying. With a Capital down on the ice. And here's a great chance here. Led by number 19, Matthew Mays, had cut in, had tried to make a pass back door over to Lohman. And looks like he just trips over McKinnon. This game will still remain scoreless, and the intensity ramps up. KB with it, offensive zone possession. Foot race forward up against the hash marks, and that one's taken away by the Vikings. They move in with speed. It's Savoie. Savoie in the corner, waiting, trying to go around the net on his backhand. Still looking for a pass, leaves it off. Unable to get a shot as Isaac goes up to the blue line. Savoie winds up with a drive, deflected and saved. Turned away by McIntyre. Parker had tried to throw it out in front. That one's taken away by Mays. Mays steps in, has a shot, and that one misses left. Vikings going back with speed, backhanded in by Isaac. Flipped up against the boards. And held in by Legacy number 91. He goes in, gets a little bump over from Gracewood. And a slashing penalty coming up. Happened in the corner. It's going to go against KV. And it's a slash out in the right corner. And there we go. This gets the stick loose out of the hands of a Viking, and they will be back to the man advantage at just under 8.5. Face-off taken by the Caps, thrown along the boards, blue line, waiting, shooting, not deflected, and just barely missing the cage. Babin down. Bernatchez behind the net, waiting, looking, banking it up towards the blue line. Back Bernatchez at the hash marks, back up to the blue line, waiting, back to Bernatchez, playing some catch before leaving that down. Babin doing a spin around before going to Bernatchez, back behind the net. Babin walks up toward the blue line, waiting. There's a drive, deflected off the post. Another chance, it goes back. It's deflected. Bernatchez behind the net, waits, curls back, Looks for options, cuts out in front. That's denied by the stick of McIntyre. Trying to go behind the net. Again, trying to lay a pass off. It's Babin. To the blue line. Back to Babin. Babin waits and shoots. Saved by McCormick. Doesn't know where the rebound is. Now it's Babin. Back to the blue line. Waiting. Babin once more. Sets across. One-timer from Legacy. Turned away. The rebound. They score! And it's Ewan McCormick waiting back door. And he gets the Vikings up to a 1-0 lead. Just as the power play expires, a one-time drive from Legacy. And he gets the rebound right there. Waiting is Ewan McCormick. And we'll finally get our first goal. But just after Eli Gracewood penalty had expired, it's Ewan McCormick that gets his team on the board, assisted by Ty Poitier Legacy and Colby Thomas at 7:15 of the second period. Shot back and cleared. This one not going to go for icing. Skating behind the net. Picking up and trying to get it out of the zone is Singleton. His pass up. Now shot back by the Vikings. Singleton in the corner once more. Remember along the boards, he had tried to hit McGoldrick. Taken away by the Vikings. Sent across. Parker back again. There's a pass down low. Waiting, going to the blue line is Mullally. Vikings unable to keep it in. Shot back by Driscoll. Driscoll going rink wide. Picking up and trying to take it to the middle. There's a pass. A shot saved by McIntyre. And the Caps end up getting the rebound. Turnover. Another shot. A slap shot drive that is sent way high over the net. Sebastian Gillis pinning up his man in the corner. Capitals trying to go deeper into the zone. There's a sharp angle shot that's deflected off the blocker of McIntyre. Pinching down from the blue line to keep it in is Arsenault. Down deep in the zone. Picked up, still battling for it before it's taken away by Gillis. Gillis trying to work his way out, works his way past Babin. That's Mays Radler working it in, going behind the net. Mays still with it on his back end, turning around and laying a soft pass off that doesn't connect. Babin. Around the boards it'll go. Bernatchez. Flipping up high against the boards. Still kept in by KV before it's shot out and will go out of play at just over 5 minutes left. Into the second period, the only goal coming at 7:15. It's McCormick from Legacy and Thomas. And that one comes just after their power play had expired. A shot from the blue line, and that one comes close to going into the blue paint. It's backhanded out by McNeil. No one waiting on the doorstep. Caps keep the zone. McNeil hits the brakes. A shot from the blue line. That one's off the pad of McKinnon and steered wide. Another chance from the blue line. Deflected and off the pad of McKinnon again. Another shot. Glove down by Brady McKinnon in the net. And it's always a good chance when you get it on net. It's Ethan Halpine trying to get it towards the net. Potentially been looking for a rebound. Had gotten redirected on its journey to the net. A chance, doesn't get through. That one's blocked by the Vikings. Pressure down by Arsenault, pinning his man up. And that leads to his team taking outside the zone. Caps try to work their way out. And we'll have a penalty coming up against Restigouche North. There's McKinnon flying towards his bench to get the sixth man on. Outlet pass up from Longo to McNeil. McNeil skating in, cutting to the left. McNeil the shot and just misses the net. This one looks like it's going to be touched up about the Restigouche blue line. And KV will go back to the man advantage for the first time since the beginning of period 1. And here a good steal. McNeil had tried to cut around and stick of Parker just gets within his legs. That's going to be a KV man advantage with just over 4 minutes left in game 2 of day 1 of the Hockey New Brunswick 2025 U18C Provincials. Vikings, they quickly get their penalty kill started off hot by clearing it down into the zone of the Capitals. Trying to put it along the boards was Searly and shot back in by Restigouche North. Capitals now with a second to breathe as they get it out of the zone. It's Gracewood. Sending a pass over for Gillis on the opposite side. Gillis down low, back in front, trying to get that to Gillis. It's loose in the blue paint before it's taken over in the corner. A puck battle before the puck squeaks loose, and it's now maintained across the blue line. There she goes north, the pass, score! And it's a short-handed goal with a pass from Thomas. He had worked his way around the net and saw his man in front. And it's Colby Thomas again. He's going to get his second apple of the night. Short-handed at that. Seeing his man right in front of the net. And lifting it over the shoulder of McKinnon. Making it 2-0 Vikings. Here's Babin, short-handed, another try. That one saved and turned away, steered by McKinnon. Caps take the zone, it's McNeil. Trying to work up. He's a drop pass off, Broderick. Entering the zone, stick checked off, behind the net, McNeil. And over-skated, had to go back for it. And just 30 seconds still left. On to the Jackson Parker call. Pass up from Broderick, soft dish off McNeil. Working up, gets past one, McNeil sharp angle, shot turned away by McKinnon. Another try on the wraparound, still loose, right out at the ringette line before it's corralled up by the Caps. Pass back down, McNeil. Waiting for it, shot, it hits up the protective netting. Only now expired for KV with full strength for these last 2 minutes, iced down by Restigouche. That last Restigouche goal shorthanded. It's Butterick from Thomas at 13-11 in period 2 to make it 2-0 in favor of the Restigouche North Vikings. Intense puck battles right next to the KV bench. brought in. Here's Gillis trying to extend his way behind the net, taken down, and we're going to have a call up against Restigouche, so a KV power play upcoming. Right after the puck battle, swinging it in and bringing it down behind the net is Lohman, and is able to draw that call. KV on the man advantage to end period 2. Sent quickly up to the blue line. And another penalty coming up. It looks like this one's going against KV. It'll be 4-on-4 to end the period. So 4-on-4 for the last minute and 9 seconds. Face off to the right of McIntyre. Won by the Capitals. Quickly taking it is Gracewood. Poked off the puck, McNeil. And try to corral the Vikings, go back the other way. Overskate the puck. Gillis waits, passes it up over to Gracewood. There's a shot saved and turned away by McKinnon. There's a shot that just goes above the net and will be deflected up in the protective netting. Another great chance from KV as they try to get on the board here in these first 2 periods. Have played a pretty well defensive game. Vikings moving around their own wall. Less than 3 to go. Both teams fighting for the puck as they move slowly down to the corner and slowly progressing towards the back of the cage of McKinnon. It's fired off the wall. Trying to bring that out was Bernatchez, but it's shot back in by Vienno. Rimmed along the wall by Legacy. Going to about the timekeeper's box. They'll ignore the puck for these last couple seconds, and that will end period 2. That'll be a score of 2-0 Restigouche. And when we get back for the 3rd period, it'll be a 39-second 4-on-4. And we'll have 11 seconds on a Restigouche power play. Stick around for the 10-minute flood. It's the Capitals and the Vikings next on MSD. Miller. One puck in the clear. The side there. The clip not back. Then no. Miller getting it out. Shoots. One puck in the clear. The side there. The clear not back. Then no. Miller shoots. And what a save from Golan. He didn't know where. Lightning offensive zone time. Blue line. The shot just misses the net. One by Blackman. Skating up Emberley. Waiting. Shooting denied by puck towards Golan. He swats it away. Blue line. Move back towards the crease. On the corner. Bailey right through the corner there. And the Lightning have been lucky not surrendering a couple goals. There's a shot that's turned away by a delayed penalty. Another one coming up against the Lightning. Emberley in saucer pass. The shot turned away by the block. Skating back up. McGee waiting, shooting just over the cage. The middle and just couldn't able to get a shot as I've won. Here's another shot turned away by the check. Clear back up. One-on-one. Skating in. The shot moving to his backhand and Golan. Putting his brakes out in the corner and then making a nice pass up for Emberley. Going up against one and another penalty coming. The only 3 goals that came from Grand Wild. There's a shot denied by Gallant. It's under him. Where is it? Side of the net, Gallant. Liadet. Behind the net, we're going to have a penalty. So currently in the box for Louisville is Malachi McNaughton. He is serving a too many men penalty. Backhander to the side. Well, there's Kennedy. There's a pass. Intercepted. Working in toe drag. The shot blocked by the skate. And a very dangerous chance, but Gallant standing tall. Again, another chance. Third in front, they score. They'll be back with the third. Walking in, Leclerc. The shot, score. Leclerc 2-on-1. Hammer cutting wide. Tried to throw that out in the crease, and that one's covered. None. Really turned around. The Wild go back the other way. Great defense back by Alex Avon. Skinning with speed. Avon almost all alone. Far shot. And then moving up is Kennedy. Cutting wide. Throwing it in the corner. Gazard out in front for Kennedy. And it's given away. The Wild go back. The shot blocked by the shin pads of Nita. A rebound denied by against the wall. Emberley working the shot. Denied again by the pad. Then that one up over for Doan. He was battling in the corner. Doan out in front. The pass. Could we get a shot off? Still loose. They score. No, DeBoover. Upending him. Finding at the Riet line. The shot turned away by Gallant. It's Blackman that had a shot off. That had looked to be, I believe it was Scrimmer at the blue line. A shot denied by. Off the draw out in front. Denied by Gallant. Rebound still loose in the blue paint.
It was a pleasure to coach you, Anthony, and also Brother Don's season. Number 14, Anthony White. Number 17, the winner of the East, Braden Kennedy.
Miller getting out, stepping his way in. His fastball, the shot, save the rebound, they score! He shoots, and what a save from Golan. He didn't know where. Lightning offensive zone time, blue line, the shot just misses the net. One by Blackman, skating up Emberly, waiting, shooting, denied by puck towards Golan. He swats it away, blue line, move back towards the crease. On the corner, Bailey right through the one there. And the Lightning have been lucky not surrendering a couple goals. There's a shot that's turned away by a delayed penalty. Another one coming up against the Lightning. Emberly in, saucer pass. The shot turned away by the block. Skating back up. McGee waiting, shooting just over the cage. The middle, and just couldn't able to get a shot as that one. Here's another shot turned away by the check. Clear back up, one-on-one, skating in. The shot moving to his backhand, and Galant putting his brakes out in the corner and then making a nice pass up for Emberly. Going up against one, and another penalty coming. The only 3 goals that came from Grand Wild. There's a shot denied by Galant. It's under him. Where is it? Side of the net, Galant. Liadet. Behind the net, we're going to have a penalty. So currently in the box for Louisville is Malachi McNaughton. He is serving a too-many-men penalty. Backhander to the side. Well, there's Kennedy. There's a pass. Intercepted. Working in, toe drag. The shot blocked by the skate. And a very dangerous chance, but Galant standing tall. This third period quickly starts with a 4-on-4. We'll see a Restigouche power play momentarily. Here's KV stepping in from the blue line and just having the puck slide under his stick. This Halpine could have walked and potentially had a chance. There was Butterick stepping in for Restigouche. Gets a shot on net, and that one's turned away by Owen McIntyre. Standing tall on his first chance of this third period. And after this game, we'll see Dieppe and Tri-County face off for our third game of the day. Both those teams getting their provincials underway. A quick momentary Restigouche power play. And just a second left on that. We'll be back to even strength. Zach Lohman. So with 1 second left on his hooking call from last period. Caps bring it back in, taken away. Vikings get back possession. It's deflected up against the wall. Trying to bring it back down was Broderick. Now chasing his man. Pass up taken out by Parker. This one gets past Singleton and shot back towards the end of the Vikings. Nice little toe drag move from Driscoll. Trying to get in, he's tripped up, and we're gonna have another KV penalty, and Restigouche will head back to the man advantage. There's that, and Driscoll gets bodied up against the entry doors. Another 2-minute chance for the Vikings. That one's quickly covered up by McIntyre. To the left of McIntyre. KV that wins the draw and quickly ices it down to kill some time. Savoie leaves behind him, trying to evade Lohman. Working back up with speed. Here's Mullally, stepping into the corner. He's trying to get around defenseman Singleton. The blue line, Savoie waits, goes across. That pass just doesn't connect, and now KV another chance to clear. Savoie across the blue line before he's poke checked by Lohman. Restigouche finally getting possession. It's shot towards the front of the net. Took a weird hop. Will now go back to the blue line. Shot. A little bit of a change up. Now works his way into the corner. Fired up towards the blue line. Stepping down. Savoie waiting. Gets shoved in the board before laying that one off. Across or for Butterick. Blue line again. Savoie waits. One-timer. And that one blocked by a Capital defenseman. And they will quickly shoot it down right on net to McKinnon. Skating around his own end. Isaac making a pass up to Bernatchez. Makes a nice toe drag, trying to get around his man. And then will eventually elect to clear it in. Thomas battling down into his offensive zone corner. Bernatchez behind the net. Waiting in the corner. Goes up to the blue line. Waiting with the shot is Legacy. And that one had gone through, but just not on net. Thomas has to skate back quickly. Thrown into the corner. Up against the boards. Legacy stopping at the blue line. Back around the boards. Thomas going to lay off. And the Capitals trying to shoot it down. And ends up out of play. Lucas McNeil now out of the box after serving 2 for a body check. We go back to 5-on-5 once more. Shot from the blue line that makes his way through, but wide of the cage. Restigouche North still with possession before it's shot out. This one just getting past defenseman McCormick, who was trying to hold the line. KV rimming it along the boards. Driscoll pinching to keep it in. One-timer that's sent above the net and into the protective white netting. Restigouche North again winning the draw. It's Parker trying to truck his way behind the net. Stumbles with possession. Cleared up to the line and kept in. Shot goes high and wide of the net by Babin. Caps now with the clear. Gillis had tried to work his way up. McCormick up against the board. This one's blocked. And still loose at the red line. Sebastian Gillis stepping into the zone. Nice move getting around McCormick. He finds a way behind the net. Gillis still with it. Going towards the boards. Accidentally takes a man down. Moving towards the net. Momentarily was Mays throwing that out in front, trying to see Gillis. And then it's chucked beyond the blue line. Marshall skating back with a quick turnaround pass. Mays trying to get that one over to Gillis. It's sent with a backhand down to the net of McIntyre. McIntyre leaving that one off. Marshall. Outlet pass sent to the middle. Savoie finding loose puck just near the red line and shooting it in. Both teams now had made some changes, getting some fresh bodies on the ice. Trying to move it back in. One behind the net. Mullally. Mullally looking for options behind the net. Back to Mullally. Waits. Still looking for an option. Trying to go around the net. Taken away. Caps now start there. Rush on the other way. Working up with speed. Potential 3-on-1. McNeil end to end and couldn't get a shot off side of the net. Covered. And there's Savoie getting into it. McNeil. It's Lucas McNeil that started with possession on the opposite end of the ice and worked his way all the way over behind the net of McKinnon, with some good defense being played by Arsenault to force him to cut more wide and making it more difficult to get that shot. Vikings skate it back in. What a move by Isaac. The shot saved by McIntyre, and no rebound was available. Caps working back with speed. What a stick lift. Shot from McNeil, and flashing the leather between the pipes, Braden McKinnon. Again, Lucas McNeil. He's generated the most chances so far this game. And McKinnon between the pipes has stood tall on every single one. Moving in to take the draw for the Capitals. It was Steers now moving into the corner. Won by the Vikings and cleared out, going to the blue line of the Caps. Turning around, trying to shoot out. Awkward bounce of a leg, a shot by Butterick had never gone through. Here's Thomas, sharp angle shot. That one had went just above the crease, and there's a body check made by the Caps, and we're going to have a penalty. And some anger being shown. So likely we have at least one Caps penalty for sure. I believe going to the box is Lohman. We'll get the look at that right here, but maybe more after it looks like a stick had gone flying. But just a man advantage for the Vikings. Have not scored on the man advantage thus far. They've gone one shortly after one had ended. One-timer from Parker. And that one caught McIntyre. Around the wall it goes. Isaac cleared back in. Shot just barely kept in. There's another shot to tempt. And saved again by McIntyre. And what a keep at the line. Ty Legacy barely holds it in the blue line. And not only that, is able to get a shot on net from it. Legacy trying to send it across, that deflected off his stick. Restigouche still with possession, trying to whack at it. It goes out for Legacy in the neutral ice. Legacy again has some time and space. He'll use that up, making his way past Gillis. Legacy to the middle, and that one had just slid off his stick. Backhander from Gracewood kept in. Vikings wait before trying to get a shot off. Isaac trying to curl around. And it is cleared all the way back down to the net of McKinnon. Still a 2-0 game, just 7 minutes left. A very well defensive game played on each behalf. Skating in was Bernatchez before getting punked off and going back to his own end. Driscoll now at speed, works it up for the Vikings. Driscoll across in the left, making his way past a couple. Driscoll to the net, and a massive collision. Both players go flying. And Driscoll seems to be getting up slow. Mullally waiting in his own end. Driscoll's off to the bench, looks to be shaken up. And that goes without saying. Looked almost like a knee on knee. No call made by the officials. Caps exits the zone. Penalty now expired, so 5-on-5. After another clutch kill from the Caps. With it, Jackson Parker stepping in, takes the safe route and throws it along the wall. Savoie is just able to keep it in on his backhand. Shot out, this one by Arsenault. Caps not going to catch up to the puck. No ice. Flipped. That one just squeaks by Arsenault. Put it just back where it came from. Parker battling up along the wall. Caps defense just able to keep it in. Arsenault puts it behind his own cage. And try to leave it off for Savoie. Now a weak little backhander. That one's taken in by the Caps. Thrown to the net by Vienno. And redirected wide. KV in their own zone. Trying to reset and regroup. Caps now with a chance. They bring it in. Trying to move in with it was Quinn Singleton, and not lasting long after moving beyond the blue line. And a wide pass taken up by Singleton, trying to move in. Leaves a pass off for Lohman. He has a shot that's deflected off the stick of a defender. And another penalty coming up to KV and Lohman again. And this one did not look on purpose. And Lohman's gonna go out for body contact. Looked a bit accidental. But Zach Lohman got boarding at 8:18, and that was back to the box for body contact. And these penalties might even out. Looks like they were pointing Ewan McCormick to the box. And here it is again. This may end up just being 5-on-5. Still unsure, no penalties up as of right now. Under 4.5 still to go. And it looks like Lohman will head to the dressing room. Potentially had got a 10 with it. Well, here we are still 5-on-5. And scratch that. We have a penalty coming up, I believe, against Restigouche. It looks like that's number 99, Colby Thomas, heading in the direction of the box. That happened right off the draw. And had just got his elbow a bit too high. And the Caps off to another power play. Had been a hot minute since then. Traveling behind the net was Mays. Taken away by Legacy. Passing one up over for Bernatchez. Stepping up, he was quickly stick lifted, and the Caps go back the other way. Mays hovering the line. He's poke checked by Budarek. Gillis trying to step in. Again, have been left off for Mays and cleared down by the Vikings. Along the wall again, cleared rink wide. Moving in with it, Gillis. Around the boards it'll go, Savoie. Comes to a stop. On him is Mays. Goes down to the ground, Legacy. Finds the loose puck and clears it, and this will be stopped by Owen McIntyre on the opposite side. And there's a loose scramble right next to McIntyre. Still loose, they still look for it, a shot that goes above the net, and what a short-handed chance for Restigouche as we come down to the last 3 minutes. And KV's down by a deficit of 2 goals. Caps move their way back in. It's McNeil hitting the brakes and trying to move his way past McCormick. McNeil trying to move that out to the middle. McCormick intercepts and chucks it down the ice. He had looked to find Babin in the clearing attempt for a potential breakaway. Just 10 still left on the Colby Thomas head contact call. There's a stretch pass that hits the man. There's a pass. Mays with a shot. Trying to go in between the 5-hole of McKinnon down in the net. And the power play expires. And what a chance for the Capitals. And they just come up short. Beautiful pass from Broderick over to Matthew Mays. Had tried to slide it through the 5-hole of McKinnon. And a timeout going to be called at just over 2 minutes left in the third period. It's the Hockey New Brunswick U18C Provincials on MST. In the last 2 minutes, net is empty. McIntyre, he's at the bench, so it's 6-on-5. To potentially end this last game. McNeil, that's Mays rather trying to cut across, goes down. Here's Gillis, sharp angle shot. That gets deflected and goes high up against the boards. Brought back in by Steers, behind the net, Broderick trying to send that out in front. That one taken away by Driscoll. Driscoll and Broderick. In there is Mays going around the net, trying to find his way to maneuver it around McCormick. Quickly shot down, and this one going to miss the empty net. So it'll be icing called against the Restigouche Vikings. KV applying an enormous amount of pressure. In this last minute with the empty net. Not much over a minute still to be played. Face off one, it was Parker trying to clear it out. Stopped by the KV defenseman. Savoie to the empty net. That goes right in the middle and he scores. And Savoie from his own face-off dot to the empty net. Makes no mistake, it threads the needle right into the middle of the net. And it's going to be Alex Savoie that ends this, that seals the deal, making it 3-0 with a minute left. Vikings clear it down. Shot up against the wall by Steers. The battling up against the wall, and a hand going up high, sending a Viking down. Moving it back, Isaac. Try to go up against the wall, no icing. Cap try to pass it out. It was picked off, but they get it back. Right over the center ice dot. They bring it in as we get less than 20 seconds. Still to the final buzzer. Arsenault trying to move it around the boards. He's met there with Singleton. Hitting the brakes behind the net, Babin is hit, not very hard, and that will end this game. It's a 3-0 Restigouche victory. And that last goal, it's Alex Savoie, unassisted at 58 seconds. Our next game coming up at 2 o'clock. Dieppe and Tri-County on MST will be game 3 of the U18C Provincials.